about. It seems there's a sort of a pie in the sky optimism with this general election in 2017, Vicky.
Speaking of which, one of our reporters who's been on the ground since earlier this morning, Hudayfa Aiden, at the Kariokor Social Hall, has been following the proceedings there. Aiden, what can you tell us? Has voting come down a bit since you've been observing earlier this morning?
Hello, Victoria. As we earlier reported when we were at the Pumwani Social Hall where Dr. Evans Kidero, the Nairobi governor, voted, it was a bit smooth over there. A lot of people, the queues were moving. People were out there in their numbers to express their democratic choices and go to the ballot to vote and cast their votes for the preferred candidates from the presidential level to the member of county assembly. But right now, a short distance away from the Pumwani Social Hall, here at the Kariakor Social Hall in Starehe constituency, there was a bit of chaos a short while ago because the voters were not orderly, as we heard from some of the people who were here, and the police officers tried to create a sense of order, and there was a push and pull from some of the voters. As you can see from my back, there are some sense. Lots of people are here. The queue is not entirely orderly, and yeah, police are trying to, as much as they can, to create a sense of order. But there is a certain lady who would join me shortly here. She would kindly tell us her name and tell us a bit of what happened. Kindly, if you join me here, you tell me your name.
My name is Cheryl Ogweno. I vote here. This is my polling station.
What happened this morning? What happened a short while ago?
Okay, from my experience, what I saw is we came here at around 4 a.m. and by the time I was arriving here, 4 a.m., the queues were only two, the male and the female. So we tried to maintain order, but then people got curious because it was already, time was moving fast and no one was responding, no one was coming out to talk. So by the time 8 reached, 8 a.m., there was no one coming out to talk. So people got curious and everyone wanted to know what's going on. IBC officials, they came in, I don't know how they went into the social hall, but they kept quiet inside there. So guys started asking them through the window, what's going on? Why are you guys quiet inside there? What's going on? You want to know what's going on. Then I think after a few hours, people started getting a little rowdy. Then the police came, a team of about 7 policemen. They came, they tried to restore order and talk to the people.
Were people voting when the IBC officials were locked in? Were people voting and what was happening before they locked themselves inside?
No, not really. No one was voting because everyone was out at that moment. So no one was voting yet, yes.
So how did then the police officers disperse the crowds that were creating a sense of order, chaos?
Okay, police told the people to create order and have 3 different lines, 01, 02, and 03. But then people told them, you are the ones to help us put this order. You are the ones to give us these lines because us personally, we can't do this. So when people started scrambling to get into the queues, then I think there's a hot-tempered police officer. I'm sorry to say so, but he was hot-tempered. He just threw the tear gas in front of the people. And unfortunately, on the front line were the women with the children, the pregnant women and the old, you see. So they were the most affected. People ran over them as everyone was fighting for their lives. So when we went out, police, they threw people out and then another tear gas was thrown. So you see 2, which means they knew what they were doing.
So have you voted since the tear gas was hurled at you guys?
I haven't voted yet, but now I'm hopeful because at least now I can see order has been restored. So we're still waiting to vote, yes.